What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Review Central. My name is Landon, and today we are recapping all of the relevant news in the cryptocurrency markets. The entire market, with the exception of ZRX, has gotten a sharp drop off in the last few days, bringing us back to the $200 billion support level that the total market capitalization has been hovering at. The big news is ZRX getting listed on Coinbase Pro, with Coinbase.com and mobile applications to follow later. As of right now, Coinbase Pro users are able to deposit ZRX, with trading set to commence once sufficient liquidity has been reached. ZRX is trading in USD, Euro, and Bitcoin pairs for most jurisdictions, but will not initially be available for residents of the state of New York. The move marks a somewhat unexpected decision on the part of Coinbase, with commentators having expected ZRX to become tradable through its partner Paradex, which the company acquired in May of this year. Instead, Coinbase is pressing ahead with direct integration. Paradex, meanwhile, announcing its migration to ZRX version 2 protocol just days ago, and had praised ZRX developers for being highly collaborative and responsive, and that they have much more planned. Coinbase announced several key changes recently in its listing policy that's going to significantly increase its asset offerings, so expect a whole lot more as time goes on. In the meantime, if we look at the monthly chart, ZRX has skyrocketed, initially happening on the 7th, and that was when the cryptocurrency markets as a whole pumped about $25 billion, when its volume spiked to over $40 million in 24 hours. Now, with the listing on Coinbase, it hit $80 million in 24-hour volume, which is at this point an all-time high for ZRX. Expect a whole lot more liquidity in ZRX as time goes on, and a 24-hour volume that will sustain new highs. In drama news, Charles Hoskinson has declared that the Cardano Foundation is not executing on many of its core responsibilities and duties, and has called for the resignation of the chairman of the Cardano Foundation. In an open letter to the Cardano community from IOHK and Emergo, the purpose of the statement was to explain why they were disappointed by the performance of the Cardano Foundation, and to ask the Cardano Foundation Council to subject itself to a full audit. And the banger is the resignation of the chairman. The open letter to the Cardano community starts by explaining that when work on Cardano first started in 2015, instead of launching an all-powerful foundation that would raise funds, manage development, encourage adoption, and address the concerns of the community, it was decided to diligently split governance of Cardano into 3 legal entities: IOHK, Emergo, and the Cardano Foundation. The hope was that such a separation of powers would ensure that the failure of one legal entity, if any, could not jeopardize or destroy the Cardano project. The split in responsibilities is as follows. IOHK's main responsibility was and is developing the core collection of protocols that compose Cardano, from academic conception to applying formal methods to verify correct implementation. But they also maintain the Cardano roadmap website and produces many videos on the IOHK YouTube channel, publishes a weekly technical report, and has dedicated project managers who produce videos on progress, hold special events, and have Ask Me Anything sessions. Emergo is responsible for building partnerships with developers and instigating projects for the Cardano protocol around the world. Hoskinson and Kodama's joint statement says that for the past 2 years there has been great frustration in the Cardano community and ecosystem, which caused a lack of activity and progress on the assigned responsibilities of the Cardano Foundation and its council. It then goes on to list the main reason why IOHK and Emergo are dissatisfied with the performance of the Cardano Foundation. There's 8 things that range from a lack of strategic vision from the council, lack of transparency, material misrepresentations and wrongful statements by the Foundation's council, including claim that it owned the trademark in Cardano, the lack of a complete and diverse Foundation council, the lack of any concept of how the millions of dollars committed to the Foundation will benefit the Cardano community, and absence and unawareness of any meaningful internal governance system at the Cardano Foundation. These are some serious allegations. Since the Cardano Foundation is an independent legal entity governed by its own council, there's no way to force the chairman of the foundation, Michael Parsons, to resign. So all that IOHK and Emergo can do is hope that reason will persuade Mr. Parsons to voluntarily step down. But they have threatened a coup as well. They then make the following offer. Since they have not been able to execute their purpose in promoting and supporting the Cardano ecosystem, the Cardano Foundation, IOHK, IOHK have delegated the tasks and are committed to some of the following actions until at least 2020. Hiring dedicated community managers for the Cardano ecosystem and assign them to growing and informing our community through meetup groups, educational efforts, and other metrics that can be tracked. They want to be engaged in community management. They want efforts in Japan. They want to scale up educational and marketing efforts to include more content about the Cardano protocols, developer resources of the ecosystem. They want an open source community manager to draft the Cardano improvement proposal process and begin its rollout, agreeing to expand the research scope to include the areas originally foreseen for the Cardano Foundation, and lastly, a research agenda to design a decentralized foundation built as a DAO to be deployed on the Cardano computational layer. Charles Hoskinson also submitted a video, which is a brief statement from Charles Hoskinson released just yesterday, which provides more details and in particular accuses the chairman of the foundation of nepotism and blasts the foundation for not executing on many of its core responsibilities and duties. So who knows what will happen? Will Michael Parsons step down, or will there be some more drama that comes out of this? I imagine Charles Hoskinson just wants the best for Cardano and is really in a tough spot. It seems like the decision to make 3 entities has come to bite them all in the butt. But I will be keeping you up to date as more becomes available. Cardano is still very much alive and well, sitting in the 9th spot. It has remained in the top 10 of this blockchain space for quite some time and is at 7 cents right now, getting a slight drop off along with the rest of the market. Really, ZRX is the only asset that has done particularly well, although there are a number of other assets that have not entirely responded in kind with the rest of the market. Basic attention token as well, kind of in anticipation for another Coinbase listing more than likely, but time will tell what happens with Cardano along with which assets get added to Coinbase next. Next up, we have a big hypothetical story from TRON. It's unconfirmed now that TRON is set to partner with China's Google, Baidu, which is reportedly worth something like $52 billion. Justin Sun was quick to tweet, finally, first time to partner with tens of billions USD valuation industry giant. Guess the name. And really the talk on Reddit is that it's Baidu. I've also heard of Xhamster, and some Redditors are hoping it's not Sears, which would be kind of funny. And in other news with TRON, Justin Sun also tweeted out that the TRON virtual machine is now live. Please enjoy it. One small step for TRON, one giant leap for the blockchain industry. A lot of people really are behind Justin Sun and what he has going on with TRON. He's not as polarizing on Twitter as he once was, but TRON remains in the top 15, getting bumped around here and there. At 2 cents, it's a far cry from where it was at its height. But at some point, I do expect that we will see TRON surpass 1,000 Satoshis and stay there. I hope this brings you all up to date with what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets, notably the Cardano drama, ZRX getting listed on Coinbase, along with a bunch of other assets getting talked about with Coinbase Custody and Coinbase Pro. We have TRON potentially partnering with Baidu or some other tens of billions dollars worth of valuation company. So it's going to definitely bring a lot of recognition towards TRON, which is much needed for a lot of TRX investors. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're all hanging in there, because even though we are seeing a lot of sideways action, blockchain technology remains the single largest global paradigm shift that I feel we will face in our generation, and the best has yet to come. Keep it locked right here for all of the weekly cryptocurrency news that you need to know. And don't forget to smash that like button if you've made it this far, subscribe and comment something of value. Let me know what you think of any of the content. Click the white bell notification button as well so you don't miss out on any of the content. Get notified as soon as we post a video, and I'll see you all very soon.